Okay, ready. So I'm a naturopathic doctor, and when I first meet a patient, I'll show them this picture and I'll ask, if the window were shut and the room completely dark, what would you do to bring light in? And I get responses like, well, I'd light a candle, I'd break down the window, I'd open a door. And the commonality with all those responses is that they provide a way of bringing light in. No one ever tells me to take the darkness out. And so it is with what I do. So as a doctor, I'm able to add health. I can't remove disease, but I can add health. Disease is adaptive physiology. It's the way the body deals with the imbalances that it encounters. So I try to work with the body to correct those imbalances and do that by adding health. Now, does that match society's current idea of what a doctor does? Does that match our current paradigm of healthcare? I'm going to use the term manifesto to describe or refer to a declaration of one's goals, guidelines, or rules for life, because I think it describes well these current unwritten guidelines that we tend to follow when it comes to health, what I term the sickness manifesto. And the first principle is to eat food laden with sugars, trans fats, and other chemicals that you cannot pronounce. They're delicious, and you feel good temporarily while you eat them. Principle 2 is to use drugs that are deemed okay by society. So caffeine to help you get you through the day, alcohol to dissolve your inhibitions and help you have fun at night. Principle 3 is to inhale toxins like nicotine, arsenic, carbon monoxide, even if it means, freezing your butt off outside. Over 6.5 million Canadians currently smoke. Principle 4 is to work, and work some more. If you're overstressed and tired, that just means that you need to push yourself harder. You ignore the symptoms of stress that your body is giving you. That's what the happy ball is there for. Principle 5 is to be resentful and hypercritical, especially towards yourself. So fill your mind with dreadful pictures from violent video games or movies, any current magazine cover, and obsess over those pictures. Worry. And principle 6 is to live near facilities that emit pollution, or drive a gas guzzling vehicle. So on average, each Canadian emits 23 tons of pollution each year. Principle 7 is to avoid long-lasting intimate relationships. Do not express your feelings in an open, honest manner, and if at all possible, don't even be aware of the feelings. Principle 8 is do not move. Why move if you can watch people moving on the screen? Each Canadian watches about 5 hours of television, so if we live to 78 years old, that would be 8 years of our life. Principle 9 is to use pharmaceuticals to suppress symptoms, preferably multiple prescriptions at the same time that counteract each other and can cause adverse drug reactions. And finally, principle 10 is to avoid change. So change is difficult, it takes time. Why do we want to do that if it's easier just to remain unaware? So those are the 10 principles of the Sickness Manifesto as I see them. Now, I found this quote from 100 years ago. This Dr. Lindlar said that the primary cause of disease is a violation of nature's laws, excessive eating, alcohol, coffee, overwork, and on and on. It seems like not much has changed. So as a naturopathic doctor, I focus on prevention, but a small percentage, maybe less than 5%, actually come to me for that purpose. So you can see, something like this seems funny and cute, but does it underscore what we really believe? So what about our current health? Does our current healthcare system actually treat health, or is it in the business of treating sickness? I'm not suggesting that we call in the stormtroopers, but I think unless our healthcare system as a whole places more emphasis on health and health living, nothing's going to change. So what's it going to take for us to figure out that we actually need to stop trying to take out the darkness? What is it going to take for us to realize that it's time to start bringing in the light? Thank you.